little small, quiet, peaceful town.
Big city crime became small town reality.
It's bad. It's bad, bad.
In Burkesville, Kentucky today.
It's bad. It's tragic. It's what's happening in this world. What's going on around us here.
Bobby Riddle has lived here for a lifetime.
Everyone should be alert.
But this is the first time he can ever recall one person essentially holding his town hostage.
This man doesn't care. This man doesn't care.
It was early Saturday afternoon when authorities say Floyd Cook shot an Allgood police officer in the chest. He then fled north and was stopped in Burkesville, where another shootout with police began.
He's the man that's going to be running because he's trying to get away.
Cook eventually ditched his truck on Franklin Spears Road and took off into the woods. As state troopers were looking for evidence today, a frantic 911 call. An older man with a gun had just threatened two people.
This dude just walked out of the woods, and he was just telling us to stay there, but then he pulled a gun.
From the pictures on the news, Justin Bowles and his girlfriend Katie knew. Did it look like this guy?
Yeah, that's the man.
Yeah.
They then watched as from all corners of the county,
You guys may want to go back up a little farther.
heavily armed law enforcement descended on the area.
I'm freaked out a little bit right now.
Floyd Cook, it turned out, had barricaded himself inside Justin's dad's home. What were you thinking?
Leave, go get the cops. Hopefully my dad's okay because he had went in.
I didn't expect it to be him.
Having already shot a police officer, Justin knows his encounter with an accused criminal could have ended another way.
He never said a word. He just had his hand out, said stop.
Justin will always remember this as the day big city crime became small town reality. Chris Conti, News Channel 5.
It's a good turnout.
It's not something you see every day.
And they probably noticed there's some extra people in the community, all right?
A parking lot bustling with action.
We've got about 400 homes almost we're going to walk to today.
Hundreds of volunteers bundled up, armed with boxes and candy for nearly 400 families.
You ready to walk some love?
With that mission in mind, they set off, delivering the spirit of the holiday.
Did y'all get some candy already? Hey! Oh, you got lots of candy. Look at you.
That today came in the form of a countless amount of cardboard boxes.
Man, thank y'all. God bless y'all. Y'all making days right.
They went from house to house to make sure all families felt firsthand the contagious sense of community that comes along with the holidays.
Merry Christmas, sir. Merry Christmas, bless you. Take care, bless you.
Even though their lives may be different,
I love to see that we are all the same.
the holiday spirit knows nothing about that.
I can see on their face that they're incredibly happy to receive just a little bit of what we have to offer.
That's some supplies for you guys.
It's not something you see every day.
These are our family. And we love them.
And I just ask that they would have the most wonderful holiday this year. That
Love
their family,
in action,
In Jesus' name.
that their family would feel united.
fueled by the power of this holiday season.
Amen.
Cuthbert Langley, News Channel 5.
You're welcome.
My body's numb. I'm just in a daze.
Time has not made it easier for Kathy Swank.
It's just hard. I don't wish this on anybody.
In February, she lost her husband Gerald and son Michael in this crash. A Kentucky woman lost control of her car near exit 102 165 North and crossed into oncoming traffic, all while going airborne before hitting Gerald's car.
It still don't seem real. It really doesn't. I expect for my husband to walk through the door any time.
And as time has gone on, ifs have begun creeping in.
I have a lot of ifs. But I can't let ifs eat me up like that.
Those ifs center on this stretch of the interstate.
There just needs to have something stop cars or slow them down or something to where maybe they could get control of their car.
We've learned there were more than 100 crashes along this 3-mile stretch of 65 last year, and already at least 20 this year.
Whenever we have, a serious accident like this, we always have to go back and look at it.
And now TDOT has begun working with local police to improve the roadway.
We really have to go from there to decide what kind of safety measures we're going to use.
Safety measures that could include shoulder improvements, better signs, and possibly guardrails.
I hope so.
Something this heartbroken mother says might have made a difference.
I talk to him every morning before I walk out the door.
But now she talks to her son, whose ashes sit nearby,
I wished I could have had him sitting here too.
and wishes to be closer to her husband, who's now buried hundreds of miles away.
Yeah.
It's the last grocery store, supermarket, whatever your superette, whatever you want to call it.
The corner of Central Pike and Dodson Chapel Road is where Richard Benson has spent most of his life.
Because I was raised in a house right behind the building here. So
Since he was a little boy, he has stocked these shelves and kept Benson's Foodland Market running.
Small business is just not much fun anymore.
It hasn't been easy.
About the last 20 years that things gotten tough.
Regulations have gotten tougher. It's more expensive just to keep the lights on.
The whole community is very sad. Very sad.
Oftentimes, it's the people who have kept the Bensons going.
We're going to miss people like y'all.
Thank you. I'm going to miss you guys too.
When you work 6 days a week, sometimes 7, 862, it just begins to get old really fast.
This has been a hard job, and it's only gotten harder over the years.
We should be closed down within about the next 2 weeks.
Now the end is in sight. Retirement for one Benson.
I'm going to do the things that I haven't been able to do the last 50 years. Whether that's fish, hunt, or whatever.
That going to be it?
Just a break for another.
I want to spend more time with my family. It's the last year or two, it has really been time consuming.
That's 2 weeks away. Until then, there's more work to do.
That it?
And more goodbyes to say.
That's right.
It's like family in here.
Well, you have a good evening. We'll talk to you later.
You guys ready for your next comic? Please give it up for Aaron Weber.
At 11:30 this morning, the crowd at the East Room had already seen dozens of comics.
They bring me up and I get to watch people eat donuts for the next 15 minutes. It's going to be great. It's good timing.
But even after more than 6 hours, the show was just beginning.
Last year, we did 184 hours and 16 minutes.
I'm all feeling it, right?
This is the Broken Record Show, which last year more than doubled the world record for longest stand-up comedy show. And this year, they plan to beat their own record by just 5 minutes.
We've already got the world record. There's absolutely no rationale that could justify doing this, and that's why we have to do it, because it's so stupid.
Chad Ryden has been in the Nashville comedy scene for years, and he says now it's better than ever. And this event gives people the opportunity to see how diverse and how funny Nashville comedians can be.
There's a lot of young guys that are really smart, really funny, working really hard, writing new material every week.
That's a brilliant
starting shows, creating their own opportunities.
One of those young guys is 24-year-old Aaron Weber.
Hockey is just cold soccer. That's all it is, guys.
Weber calls Nashville home and uses real-life experiences and events for his comedy act.
If the Titans could just get a first down, nobody would go to the Preds games anymore. I think that's all it would take.
Performing at 11:30 in the morning to a sleepy crowd is not Aaron's normal gig.
Sorry, I didn't like that either.
But he's happy to be a part of the Broken Record Show, testing his own comedy stamina.
I actually fell asleep at 7:30 in the morning because I got here at 5 and they had to wake me up.
I'm going to hit those donuts pretty soon once I get off stage.
The Broken Record Show will see more than 120 comics over 8 days, with people like Aaron performing numerous times.
We're doing it, guys. This is the first set of 9.
All in an effort to make people laugh and do something that hasn't been done before.
Anyway, what's up, guys? That's the end of the joke.
In Nashville, Jesse Knutson.
Aaron Weber, you guys.
News Channel 5.